down with some flowers. Write my name in the sand. Talk to myself for hours. See things you don't understand. I can take myself dancing, and I can hold my head. Yeah, I can love me better than you can.
Good evening.
How you doing, Dave?
I'm all right, mate. I've give my stand, my little stand that I normally have on my desk. I'll give it a Lisa to do her TikToks and that on. And
right. Well, I'm in the same boat tonight.
Right.
I'm balancing on my laptop because I'm on my phone. So
I'm using a bleeding selfie stick, which it's like up there, and I feel like I'm going like that when I should be down here. You know what I mean? Anyway, it is what it is.
Yeah. It's strange, isn't it, when you get used to your surroundings and where everything is. Well, I do anyway.
Your setup.
So when it's
your little setup.
Yeah. So when it's wrong,
if anything goes wrong, my tablet's over there, and you know what I mean.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we've always got the plan B.
My badge is there with me other headset just in case. It's fucking mental. Plan A, B, C, and D. You need tech monkeys. That's the one, Clive. That's what we need. I see Clive's in. Good evening, Clive O'Divo.
Let's see you in already.
I know before. Well, I think a few people know what's coming. I think.
Yeah.
Go away. Right. John McRae, Louise and Fred's in. I mean Jamie, Louise Perry and Jamie's in. Sarah Pinther's in. Admin's in. Good. I've got to say something about one of the admin in a minute. Don McRae. Yeah, we said him. Scott the Whittler Smith's in. We've got something to say about Scott tonight. He's getting dropped in it. Annette Scott's in. No relation, I don't think. Clive O'Divo. Char Lewis. Pauline's in. Me mum. I nearly said it. Jean. Donna Proctor's in.
Good evening, Jean.
I'm still going. Coleman's in. Brian's in. I bet he swallowed. You can get ointment for that, Brian. You know that, didn't you? Bobby, the old Duke of Kent's in. What's your alloys? Oh, we've got the news agents
Barbie's already.
Rose H. McCall. John Thistlewaite's in.
She let me down on my paper this morning.
Oh, really? We haven't got the weather forecaster's not turned up though. Moira Scott Stewart.
I see that it was. They were complaining today. They got temperatures of somewhere in East Europe, I think they said, or something like that. 48 degrees.
Yeah. It's called summer. Tasha's turned up.
Yeah. They're all turning up.
I will shut down here. Sit down here. I went outside. There was all, like all the awnings on people's shops. They all stand outside them, didn't they? When it rains, they all dive under an awning. Yeah. Come and browse. I'm just looking. They say to me, "I go, what? Having your eyes tested? That's Specsavers down the road, mate." Right. For an eye test. What can you see at the moment? Electronics? Yeah, your eyes are working fine. Fuck off. Or they'll stand under the awning when it's raining. You know what I mean? We do umbrellas, mate. They're a tenner, $9.99. Or you can stand here, £2 a piece, as long as you like. But yeah, trying to make a few quid always. John, the Sarson's Vinegar Peak. Good evening. John's in.
I see he wanted some Sarson's boiled, didn't he? So he could watch the cricket. Was it the cricket he wanted to watch? Yeah.
Mate, they need, to be honest with you, they need more than Sarson's to get anywhere in the Ashes these days.
Yeah, I was going to say, just call the cricket off. Let the clouds cool it off. So, anyway, how have you been, Dave?
Borelli, good evening. Good evening, Bridget Borelli.
Oh, that would be Steve's mum. That will be.
Yeah, I presume so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good evening, Bridget. Who else we got? Oh, Georgina. Oh, Georgie. Georgianne is always right, that one. So here we go then. Happy birthday to anybody who's got a birthday between now and Monday. It's Monday today, Dave. Between now and Sunday, happy birthday, because we can't post them up on the thing because there's too many to post.
Thank you. Oh, hang on. Sorry, Dave. I just want to read that comment now. Thank you to Matt. Oh yeah, that's no problems whatsoever. Thank you to Matt and Dave and all the admin staff for what we've done over the weekend. We'll get to that soon in a minute anyway.
No problem. So
no problems
I
at all.
just want to start on a real good high, and then we'll go downhill from there, shall we?
Yeah.
So we've done the happy birthdays. Anybody who's got wedding anniversaries, all that, happy anniversary, good luck, and let's hope you get through another fucking 12 months of it. So
that's simple.
Friday, this Friday, the one and only Paul Bogey and Scott the Whittler Smith we're going to do an auction on Friday. We've done a couple of them already, but we're going to do another one this Friday. And the prize is this. It's a very good carving, which is a one-off piece done by Scott himself.
Yeah, we've got a picture of that.
So that's that. That's one part of the auction.
It's a nice little piece, that, isn't it?
It's a nice little piece.
Well done, Scott.
And we're also going to throw in Paul Bogey, Heroin's a Hero, book 1, and the final mission, isn't it? Book 2. So you're going to get book 1, book 2, both signed by Paul Bogey. Probably worth a fortune about another, I don't know, 10 years' time, something like that, when he's really famous. And probably the statue will end up in Sotheby's at some point. You know what I mean? Because everyone
definitely. We actually made we made I think it was about 300 between two auctions last year. Was it about 340 quid? I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, all goes direct to Paul. No fees involved.
Yeah.
And that Paul don't take anything out because he gets his diesel money now for his stars and subscriptions, of which he's doing fairly well on.
He's doing all right.
Yeah, Paul. Yeah, he's doing all right, but he needs more money for the homeless people, and he's building up ready for his kit bags, ready for this winter, and all that sort of stuff. And obviously, he travels around, as we know, to various prisons, and he talks about his own story of what he did, where he was, and where he is now, and how he got off it, the heroin that is, and became a hero. Metaphorically speaking, because he was in the guards, funny enough, as Clive knows. You know what I mean? So yeah, but it's a brilliant story. And he goes around the schools and lets them see what you can do. Instead of getting involved in the copwomblery, you can go straight in at the starting gate and become a decent citizen, get a good job, whether it's in the forces or whatever it is. You don't have to do drugs and before you get like Paul is, you know what I mean? It's the best way around it, really.
And I just want to say,
go on.
I just wanted to quickly say, for anyone that sees any bad reviews regarding Paul on any of our social media, notify us. We've had a couple of people that have been trying to get at Paul, Dave, more so on our YouTube, and they've decided to leave reviews on our social media to get at Paul. We're not interested. We've supported Paul from day one, so we don't want to know, really. Crack on and do what they got to do. The only reviews I really look at is the Facebook reviews. I don't really, because YouTube isn't really for us, is it? Really, we use it it's a get out of jail card for people who can't get on Facebook if they get a ban for watching. Yeah, definitely.
You can then slide over to YouTube and watch it, but we don't push our YouTube channel.
No,
it's just not a bit of social media for us, really. We use it. We get a bit.
It's a different kind.
It's different.
It's different kind of what you would kind of casting platform, if you want, and it's more business orientated, if you like, which we didn't want to go down that road, did we?
No.
So
this is just for fun, shit and giggles. That's all this is for.
Of course,
and a few stars if you want to send them, because it's always nice to earn a few quid, whatever you're doing. But yeah,
the star icon in the chat.
Yeah, star icon in the chat. That's the one.
So
what should we do then? Should we go crack straight in?
Yeah, should we crack on with it? I think so. It's not gonna.
I got it, so I'll presume it's the number 2, Facebook etiquette, yeah?
Correct, yes.
It's
so obviously,
go on.
So obviously, late Friday night, I received a message with regards to one of our followers who was connected to a few pages that Loquacious Live obviously share their content and work with, yeah? So obviously, within that, I had to notify admin. We all spoke. Unfortunately, you were away on Saturday, wasn't you, Dave? So it did put us back about 12 hours. We would have liked to have been a bit more faster with dealing with it. But it come to light that a male follower of ours had, contacted multiple females via our following list, Donna Proctor's and another group who I'm not going to mention because obviously I've not asked their permission. So we've been investigating that and we've had to take action and remove that person from our page, which obviously we've always made clear we don't like to do. But in this case, it was, it was just too much. So trying to send dick pics, let's put it bluntly, yeah? Trying to send dick pics to our followers, it's not on, it's not happening, and we're not going to let you get away with it. Unfortunately, that number has now grown, and we've got, we're up to about 10 women, unfortunately, now that has contacted us over the weekend. So, that's where we are with current things at the moment.
Okay, so from my take of it, when you let me know who it was, and it's Steve Borelli is who it is, if anybody needs the name, because I know most people don't like to put up names. It doesn't fucking worry me at all. Yeah,
no.
Send the lawyers, send the boys, send the girls, send who you like. Steve Borelli has been. I've had copies of the chat from various people, and it's not nice. It's not big, and it's not clever, and it's fucking predatory. And to me, it's fucking nonsense. Although these are grown-up females, well, I still see it as a fucking nonsense move myself.
It is. And you're right.
If you, funny enough, there was a thing on the news this morning, and it was about predatory males hanging about bars and clubs, which they do. You know what I mean? The last thing I'd think about a female, if she was a bit tipsy, would be taking her home and doing anything. I'd be getting her in a cab, taking her home and getting her in, let her get indoors. Do you understand me? Point of view. That's what a decent fucking human being would do. And vice versa. It's not just blokes that are predatory. There are some predatory women out there, although I've yet to find one. I do keep looking. But no, all jokes apart, it's not big and it's not clever. And there's vulnerable people out there. There are vulnerable people.
I've got 2 screenshots that I have made sensitive and made sure that they're okay to show, and they're not pleasant. But there's one that I want to highlight more importantly, and this was sent to a female, who received this, and they didn't know each other. Okay, now this is the importance. He used to send me dick pics to me, it was very small. He just used to delete them. Okay, but this is the important bit. When my child, she goes on my phone, she would be traumatized. Poor child. That is why this is social media, not for filth like that's going on.
Exactly.
It's not acceptable. I mean, I think 6 of the 10 women that have come forward have all said that their grandchildren use their phone. So they could have picked that up. I mean, one of our admins said exactly the same thing yesterday. She said, my grandchildren are always on my phone. Do you know what I mean? It's just one of those things. So you don't expect that. It's bang out of order. And we did deal with it very fast and effectively. I was going to pull up a message from Steve because, like you said, Dave, he's got the right to reply. We have unblocked him for the hour so he can come in with a right to reply. Obviously, I don't think he will. And he will be blocked again at 2100 hours. But
the thing is everyone's got. I'd always give someone a right to reply, no matter what they've done, rightly or wrongly. I'd always give them a right to reply. I'd never do it in such a manner that somebody couldn't have their little say back, whether it was in the chat or they could come on here and say it live if they wanted to. If they had a big, evidently, I wouldn't have thought he had a big enough pair by what the lady just said. But if you wanted to come on and try and defend your corner, fucking get best of luck. Because some things in life, sorry, just isn't enough. You know what I mean?
No.
And it doesn't cut it. Sorry you've been caught is more like it. You understand me? Like murderers
Yeah.
are often sorry that they've ended up with a fucking life sentence. Rapists are often sorry that they get caught. And predators, such as the person we've mentioned, are often sorry, and it's sorry that they've been caught. You have been caught, and you've been jogged on. And all I can say to anybody, any female that has him on there, and he hasn't approached you yet, but he's on your friends list, I'm not telling you can have friends with. Listen, some women do. Don't get me wrong. I know some women don't mind a dick pic, and vice versa for the men. You understand me? I just don't think social media, especially Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, those sort of platforms, I don't think are for that kind of content. There are platforms out there for that. I understand you have to pay a fee to use those platforms, because they have those kind of people out there that want to do that sort of stuff. But Facebook isn't it. And grooming is what it is. Grooming people's chats and picking out females to be friends with them, because you talk to people, other people see you chatting and think, oh yeah, they must be all right. There's wrong-uns everywhere in life, unfortunately. First one in 3 years, hopefully the last one. Yes,
definitely. And basically, to anyone out there, male, female, young adult, that has any of these problems from our page, we want to know. And I know some people might find it hard, and until it was, and let me say, Steve exposed this himself. We done this discreetly. He dropped his own name in this on Donna's page, and that's when the ladies started coming forward. And trust me, we didn't want to do it this way. It's obviously gone on and on and on, and the case has got bigger. He's gone now. Like I said, he's had his right to reply. But anyone else out there that wants to speak to us or having any problems, hopefully not, just drop us a message.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, if two consenting adults do that I wouldn't advise social media myself personally.
No.
I'd swap telephone numbers and do it over WhatsApp. I certainly wouldn't be doing it on fucking social media through Messenger. I wouldn't be doing it there. That doesn't make any sense to me. I'd exchange telephone numbers, come out of the social media and go into WhatsApp, or just do it over text. You know what I mean? You can send videos and whatever over your own phone, can't you?
Yeah, but the most important thing is as well, Dave.
That's fine.
If you're not consenting,
when a woman says no, right, or a man says no, I don't actually want to. Like I did. You remember the woman on the what's it called? We don't do so much of it now, do we? On the TikTok, asked if I'd like to see her what's-its. Yeah, remember?
Yeah.
In front of her teenage daughters.
That's right.
And I said no. Funny enough, I'm not here for that. We were doing a live stream at the time.
That's right. Yeah, on a Saturday night.
A couple of years back now.
Yeah.
And drunk adults around teenagers, never a good mix. But anyway, I said no. And no, when you say no, it doesn't mean maybe.
No,
and
that's right.
Once the no's been said, that's end game.
You
know what I mean? Do you fancy meeting up for a drink? No.
That's it.
You don't follow that up with a why not and fucking get butthurt and try and force the situation. You know what I mean? No's no. Jog, on to the next subject, something different. Do you want to come out for a meal? No. Done. Finished.
I mean,
maybe
I certainly
down the line you might have another go. They might say, you asked me out for that meal. Well, I'm free now. I'm up for it. But once they say no,
that's it.
That's it. That's that bit of conversation finished.
I mean, it's knowing the situation as well and when to do that and make that move, isn't it? And normally when someone says to you, I'm having a real shit day, do you know what I mean? And I've had enough and I can't take anymore. The last thing you want is, well, do you want to see my bits? Because that would really cheer me up. Really. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyone even thinking about doing that, jog on, because you'll be done exactly the same. Do you know what I mean? It's not acceptable.
It is what it is. I mean, some of the messages I've seen, some of the messages I have seen, I can't do it because it's not my business to do it. Yeah, but those people, I would advise you to send those chats or get them printed off and take them to your local police station. That's what I'd advise.
I was just going to.
Somebody like that should have their fucking devices looked at. In my mind.
I was just going to answer that question because Bobby Kemp said, "Why do you not go to the police about it?" Again, we've done all we can. I've seen all the evidence. And it has been Dave's advised me, and obviously we've advised them that strongly should go to the police.
If
That's
any
now down to
individuals
them.
want to take it further, that is up to them.
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't. The only time I speak to the police is to fucking complain and put a complaint.
Yeah, get some money off them.
Get some dough off of them. That's the only time.
Of course. Yeah, of course. But we're talking to police. Should we crack on to the next one now? We've done our bit on that. A video over the weekend emerged of a lady being arrested in Croydon. Did you see that?
Fucking, what a fucking criminal she was.
Well, let's have a look at this.
Terrible.
Community leaders here in Croydon have held talks with the Metropolitan Police earlier over some footage that emerged on social media over the weekend. It shows a woman being handcuffed and arrested after police officers suspected her of not buying a bus ticket. In the footage, it shows a young boy visibly upset.
What the hell?
Hold on. Why are you arresting her? Why are you arresting her? Why are you arresting her? Let me just stay in the car. What is going on? Boss, why are they arresting her? Is that her son? What the fuck? Can you tell me what she's done, please? No. Why not? That's not. It's my sister. It's my sister. What's she done? Over a fucking bus pass.
Well, it's since emerged that the lady did have a valid ticket and she was de-arrested at the scene. But today, the borough commander for Croydon said he was disappointed by the incident and says that trust within the community has taken a hit.
We're looking to learn from this. You know, trust has taken a hit as a result.
We're always looking to learn.
Yeah, she was resisting. I don't blame her. Fucking £3, mate. £3 fucking quid. Somebody paid it in the end, and that's a de-arrest her.
Yeah. No, she had it, Dave. She had it. They got it completely wrong. No one had to pay for it.
Oh, didn't they?
So today they've had a meeting. This is so the latest of today is emerged that she actually had a valid ticket, and the Met Police have actually handed themselves to the IPC or something like that. Yeah,
the we'll back you up, lads. Don't worry about it.
The police officers investigating the police officers basically.
Yeah.
So they've handed themselves to them and said they're ashamed of it. Obviously, it's going down the racial route. That's what they're saying now. So, but more importantly, the child. It's disgusting, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? How they handled someone's mother.
If you go on Sussex, Annie O'Sullivan are like this. Go on Sussex Police's website page, whatever you call it, and at the moment on the Sussex Police's top crime at the moment, and one bloke in Tarring Road in Worthing who's got a vape shop. Kids went in there. They told the owner, if you come near me, if you come near any of us, we're going to stab you.
Yeah.
They then proceeded to go. The geezer let them get on with it. The geezer, bearing in mind these are 14, 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds. Yeah. The shop owner then let them carry on and steal boxes of vapes. the police further inquiries. They arrested one known purported "I want to stab you," one of them, and they arrested him, and he's been released on bail pending further inquiries. The geezer's shop's all CCTV'd up. That's how they knew it was. And one of them's been charged, and he's appearing 21st of December. It's fucking July, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely ridiculous.
Appearing in December.
Well,
it's July.
That's enough time.
So you've released him to go out and rob some more fucking shops.
Well,
and you're not fucking bothered.
Yeah, exactly that. And in the meantime, they'll get this offence wiped clean, I suspect, and forgotten about.
They've done the co-op in Lancing, kids again. They're running riot, they reckon, on Southern Rail between Durrington and Hove, and they're getting off at all the stations en route, going in, robbing the local shop to the station, getting back on the trains and going to the next station and doing the next shop. This is Sussex Police. They couldn't catch a fucking cold.
They're absolutely useless. I mean, because we could sit here though, couldn't we, Dave? Not pay
a £3 bus fare. Fuck me, mate. Get the fucking get the shackles on them.
That's another thing. When did it become their issue to police transport fares?
Well, there's a thing called the transport police, isn't there?
Or transport for London. You would think would deal with it.
TfL, as far as TfL buses go, I mean, fuck me. Who calls the police because someone's card hasn't gone through on a £3 bus fare?
No, it's ridiculous. And then act like that as you know, a police officer.
Crime of the century, mate.
It's well. I think as well that
how do you think that kid's going to view the police now?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He was traumatized. I mean, we played it just a short. That was half the video. The full video can be seen on the Loquacious live page. It was posted yesterday evening, and the poor lad is traumatized. And I don't know. I mean, can they get any worse? Shooting 90-year-olds? Fucking. What more is it going to come to? But hey.
They'll be shooting dogs next.
We've passed that. They've got the T-shirt for that.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, that might be Richard Stedman who's just come in. I don't know. I don't know if she's made a spelling Rick there. If it is Richard Stedman at the weekend, here we go. This is go back to your Have a Go heroes. Yeah, poor Richard Stedman.
I think
Clive knows Richard Stedman. Fella. Anyway, Richard's out on, I think it was Friday or Saturday night. He's out having a few beers. He's had 4 pints of beer, so he's not drunk. He's not intoxicated. Some grown-up teenagers, 18, 19-year-olds, are having a go at 3 young lads, bullying them. And Richard Stedman told them to leave them alone, quite rightly so.
Yeah.
And one of them come to square up to Richard, and he nuts him straight away and does the faces geezer's nose. He's got arrested for GBH.
Fucking, it's mental.
So go on, fellas. If you beat the free,
there you go. He's in now.
I'll phone the police while you're filling them in. Yeah, just slow down with the punches. I'm just waiting. Yeah, fire, police, or ambulance. Probably ambulance. Well, at the moment, definitely an ambulance. One of them's bleeding from the mouth now. Oh, hang on, no, you better send 2. The other one started bleeding as well. Oh, and the police, if you want to arrest the 2 fellas that have beaten up 3 kids. What do you mean, why won't I get involved? Well, because you'll fucking nick me, that's why. So if you could send them sometime today, would be handy. Possibly a Hearst if we carry on with the call.
Did you see the video I put in the admin chat before we went live? The problem is the emergency services are too busy taking calls from people that can't get refunds from Sainsbury's. That's what they're dealing with. They're having calls. I mean, instead of just putting the phone down on these people and moving on, they're engaging with these idiots that are phoning 999. I mean, I just don't.
Yeah, because none of them can think. Those people on the end of the phone are running off with a fucking a script.
Yeah.
Hello,
yeah.
service.
I mean, For the 2 minutes that you've spent trying to educate someone that emergency service, emergency number is not for Sainsbury refunds. Yeah, you could be sending an ambulance to someone.
You got those recordings I sent you trying to get an ambulance.
Yeah.
For 2 people who had been on whatever drugs they were on, crawling around the floor by Iceland's, mate. There's two free ambulances on the seafront. Can't come 1 minute round the corner to look at someone because they've got to get a phone call or a radio message from base to say, can you reverse your vehicle 200 yards and go to Iceland's? Well, they're not allowed to do it.
It's crazy because when we were growing up, well, sorry, when I was growing up, so definitely when you was, David, you would know that if there was a medical emergency or something, there was a doctor in the area or a paramedic off duty, and they were the first there to help you, weren't they?
Yeah.
But now they just, well, I seen a video the other day of someone supposedly being stabbed 10 times in London, although the chap that did get stabbed apparently did get up, so it was a bit, but cars are just driving around them.
Yeah,
I mean, they're not interested about calling for help or nothing. I mean,
no,
I get
people step over them now. You could stick a body on the high street. Trust me, you could stick a body with a pool of blood, made up. We should try it one day. We'll put a body there, a proper human being with some load of tomato sauce around the edge of it, coming from the head, and you could film that, and people would be, oh, well, that looks nasty, and then carry on. Got to get got to go to Sainsbury's, get me refund.
Well, there was someone that done that, wasn't there? I'm not sure if it was here in England, but they actually done it with a dummy who was chucking someone in the boot like they were kidnapping someone, and people just carried on about their daily shopping. It was nothing. They didn't want to know.
Yeah, look, Graham Stringer. Someone phoned 999 because the police helicopter woke him up.
It's crazy, isn't it?
You'd hover over his house for fucking days after that, wouldn't you? I'd hover over. I'd go, what's his fucking address? Anytime I go out on a shout, we're hovering over his gaff for fucking at least 10 minutes.
Phono Dave Fishwick, get him flying over the gaff.
No, you want a fucking great big double rotor bladed Chinook over the top of him, mate. About 8 foot off of his fucking, blowing his tiles off the fucking lot.
Well, you would. Anyway. You really would want to do that.
Imagine
crazy,
if the emergency services were dealing with what's going on in Europe, in Greece and places like that. What would happen there? Could they deal with that here?
No, not from what I've seen. Have a look at this.
Roads.
Oh, yeah. What am I looking at? Roads.
I froze. Have you?
Roads are the worst hit, but fires have also broken out on Greece's second largest island, Evia, and Corfu. Here's Neil Connery.
Corfu overnight, the latest Greek island to see wildfires sweeping across tinder dry land. An evacuation order for parts of the island has seen more than 2,400 people moved. Officials have blamed arsonists. They say the situation is under control, but some British tourists say they're looking to leave.
We could see flames at the top of the next hill, so we thought, okay, to be safe, we'll evacuate. So we threw a few things into a bag, jumped in the car, and in the time it took to do that, by the time we left, it was just absolute ball of fire, all the way down the next hill over. Smoke everywhere, cars completely covered in ash.
These are the latest pictures from Rhodes. Authorities say wildfires there, affecting around 10 to 20% of the island, are still out of control. Some tourists had to flee on foot as fires spread on Saturday towards resorts on its eastern coast. Some of those affected have been sleeping at makeshift rescue centres.
We had like 4 families, one in each corner most of the time.
Been treated very well here, and you can't.
The volunteers have been amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
A short time ago, the Greek Prime Minister told Parliament, "We are at war, completely focused on the fires. We have 3 tough days ahead of us." Both EasyJet and Jet2 are flying repatriation flights today to bring stranded holidaymakers home. But the anxiety for those caught up and those planning to holiday in Rhodes continues.
But what made me laugh, Dave, is when I was watching the news this evening, I come across this.
We've had to pay to come home, so I want that money refunded and I want an explanation. I've had no texts, nothing from them. Where are they? There's no EasyJet person here.
We were just moved from our resort to another resort with no kind of organisation in terms of why we were going there, who was going to meet us there, no reps there to guide us, nothing.
The only help that we have had through this whole thing has been from Greek people. We've had no help from any British holiday companies or any British authorities. We've had no help whatsoever.
Sorry to tell you, that's because they're all in Ukraine helping them.
Yeah, fucking hell. You know
what do they expect? I mean, come on, she stood there like, where are they? Where are they? You can't see no EasyJet personnel. Love, you're using EasyJet. What do you expect?
Have you seen Clive Spencer's dad? Have you seen Peter Spencer? Have you seen Peter Spencer's page?
No.
He's on holiday on the other side of the island, living it large, mate. Not you'd have thought he's in a different. You'd have thought he's on a different part of the planet, flat all round.
Oh, really?
Yeah, mate. He's lovely beach, no smoke, no flames, nothing. He said, "Oh no, that's 20 miles the other way." But they couldn't put that on. You couldn't put that up. I said to him, "You'll probably get this taken down, mate." Well, this is burning in hellfire at the moment. He's on a sunbed out on the beach. The old feet all nice and tight.
Well, it's funny.
Pina colada.
Funny you should say that.
What fucking smoke?
BBC News said tonight that all flights obviously to Rhodes now have been cancelled. Well, this was just before we come live.
Don't lead to Rhodes.
Well, this was just before we come live, and I could book tickets to go there tomorrow.
Oh, don't you worry about that, mate. They'll take your fucking money.
And then cancel
you could do that. You'll go to the airport and they'll go, no, not today, mate. If you could get back on the train and spend another hour to get home.
So straight away, it's wrong, isn't it? They should have their tickets off sale. You know, that is it's bang out. Well, they're taking money, knowing damn well that you're not buying
it. Do that. Listen, my eldest sister, she booked a holiday 3 times, mate, during the pandemic. You know, when they kept cancelling the holidays. Yeah. And in the end, she stopped booking it and said, "Right, I'll have it. I'll do the holiday when all this cockwobbering finishes." But she never asked for the money back. She left the money in the kitty. I wouldn't have done that. I mean, I'd have took the money straight out the kitty, mate. I'd have gone, no, you give me a refund, mate.
Yeah. I want my money back in my pocket where it's safe.
Yeah.
You go.
All the time people allow it, these firms will keep doing it, mate.
Well, that's the problem. Yeah, it is. That's very true. Yeah. I mean, like I said, 6:30 this evening, they were sending planes out to pick them up and you couldn't get there. So that's when I checked and I could buy a ticket from EasyJet tomorrow.
There you are. Clive's just stuck up. Look, the old man rented a car today and had a driver around. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's not quite what they're saying, is it?
No,
really.
No. Of course it's not.
The boots on the ground, mate. The woman in the airport having a fucking moan up. She probably fucking moans about the price of potatoes. You know what I mean?
What? The thing is, they haven't really. I thought they might have pushed climate change on this a little bit more, but they haven't, have they? I thought that's where they were going to go with it.
Well, all the maps are fucking red, aren't they? You know what I mean? All the weather maps have gone bright fucking red. Even the fucking ocean's red. Even the sea. They've not even painted the sea blue. They just do it all fucking red. What colour should we do it, boss? Just all red.
Yeah, red, done.
Yeah. Did you get to England?
Red.
What colour's England, though? Did you hear them? Yellow rain. Are you allowed to go out in yellow rain?
I've seen your post.
Well, you're not allowed to eat yellow snow, are you? Or you shouldn't eat yellow snow.
Well, you shouldn't eat yellow snow, no.
Can you go out in yellow rain?
Well, I've never seen it.
Actual Mother Nature is sending us golden showers. Metaphorically speaking, I fucking know.
That's a post.
Instead of southern water pumping it straight into the sea, they're sending it directly from the fucking heavens.
So we're having yellow rain. We're having yellow rain that's going to turn red and burn us all to death. Yeah, basically.
We had the acid. Remember the acid rain we used to get? Do you remember that? Or are you too young?
No. No, I don't remember acid rain. I've heard stories about it.
That's not the stuff you get in the nightclubs when you're fucking giving it all that. This acid rain, evidently. Yeah, you can have it, David. Thank you very much, John. The acid rain. We used to get acid. Well, it's a 10-year cycle. All this stuff. You know what I mean? The ozone layer. We're all going to die in 10 years because the ozone was fucking disappearing. Evidently, started off as a little hole like a polo, and slowly went up to the size of a donut, and then got bigger and bigger and bigger, till eventually we could see right through outside the ozone, evidently. And that was going to, the planet was going to die because the ozone's disappearing. But it never. They kept that up for 10 years. They keep it up for 10 years. Before the ozone was the acid rain. And that was evidently all the stuff and the pollutants that go up in the air. Yeah. And then floats about up there, mixes with the fucking clouds and everything else that's up there.
And then it's got to come back down.
Comes back down again. And it's acid, like fucking acid is falling on your head. Acid rain, they called it. Not rain
I've heard
that's got all pollutants in it. No, don't call it that. That won't get them at it enough. Each one of these things came with a tax, funny enough. And no one's had the fucking money back for the acid rain that didn't do anything. But we paid tax on the acid rain. Climate tax and other such things they call it, didn't they? And the ozone, everybody stop CFCs, stop that's what's fucking doing it. It's the fucking fridges. The fridges and these people using you know the old deodorant, you know those ones who don't use it, you know, the right smelly,
the stinky,
the you've got one right behind you at the tills, isn't you?
Mate,
it smells like the fucking meat counter's gone off, right? You've got one of them behind you. They're still ozoned up with CFCs. They're still on the ozone layer. They haven't got to climate change yet. They've done the acid rain bit, but they're still on the ozone. And they refuse to use anything that comes out squirty out of a can.
Let's hope
CFCs.
let's hope they don't live in the ULEZ zone as well, because let's talk about that quickly, Dave. I see we've got 20 minutes, so we've got plenty of time. While we're talking of zones, one woman's now saying that it must go ahead, it must be expanded. She's lost her daughter to this pollution. Listen to this, Cockwarnbury.
6, Kent, Surrey, Buckinghamshire and now Hertfordshire, all of whom are refusing to allow warning signs and cameras on their land. Actually, the only other council that borders London is Slough, and they have agreed to have the signs and the cameras. Now, Hertfordshire County Council has said it takes tackling air pollution incredibly seriously, but that many residents with non-compliant vehicles are often the lowest paid, not eligible for the scrappage scheme, and have no viable public transport alternatives. I've had a statement through from City Hall. They say that the Mayor couldn't stand by and do nothing with around 4,000 Londoners dying prematurely each year due to air pollution. They say Sadiq's committed to the expansion, but always listening and looking at new ideas to mitigate the impact on Londoners. Now, the key word there is Londoners, which is exactly who the Mayor represents and not the people who live in the home counties.
It's a shame this has become a political issue. But again, I hope people all over the country are seeing what weak leaders we've got. For this interview, I'm going to focus on London because it's about London. 250,000 children have asthma and up to 12 die every year in this country still. So since my daughter died, over 60 children between the ages of 5 to 9 have died from asthma. And the most vulnerable group are boys aged 13 to 15. I am absolutely in no mood to compromise on this. I think the scrappage scheme needs to be expanded. We're in a cost of living and people are finding it incredibly difficult. So the government, who were in court, the government, the Mayor of London's office and my borough, all parties were in court. They were all told to work together. All the experts said in 2020, ULEZ must be expanded. Now, outer London has worse health outcomes than inner London. This can't be accepted. And we're coming into September, and I think it's the second week in September has got the highest asthma admission rates in the country. And I pray no child will lose their life. It is the week after children go back to school. This is a matter of life and death. So my campaign, the most I could ever do was get air pollution on my daughter's death certificate. This is about children who are living now. And I have spoken to Sadiq. He needs to remain firm and he needs to remember the outcome of Ella's inquest. He was told to expand it to save the lives of other children.
He was on exhaust pipes. He must have been, surely.
That's what got me going. Is that Ian right?
He looks a bit. Do you know what? I was trying to think. Who's he remind me of? That is his mum. Must have been.
Well, Kenneth Doll seems to think he's a man. When she said it, I thought, oh, do you know what? I can see now what she's on about.
Yeah, those colours fucking were terrible, weren't they? She's got no fucking coordination whatsoever when it comes to fucking dress sense, is she? She's fucking colourblind. The woman's
what a load of
colourblind.
bollocks they talk, though, isn't it? Really? I mean, you know,
who would go out with a fucking orange fucking headscarf and a fucking pinky bluey fucking top type thing? Fucking stupid.
This is it now.
In the middle.
That's it. That's got you, hasn't it, Dave?
Yeah, fucking dress sense. I would say to her, listen, love, if you had a bit more fucking dress sense, I'd listen to you. But I can't take you serious coming out like that. You know what I mean? Because even if you've got no mirrors, you must have walked past the fucking shop front at some point.
What was that about the colour clash there?
It was. The fucking terrible, mate. I mean, fuck me. What's his name? The geezer with the
of all the things to take from that video, you took the dress sense.
That's the first thing. Listen, if you don't come over to me serious from the off, right? How the fuck can I take what comes out your mouth seriously? Honestly, you know what I mean? Like that's why I can't take judges. I can't take judges seriously because anybody who wants to come to work and stick on a fucking red tunic with a little bit of white and a frilly fucking cuffs and a fucking wig from 1810 or 1736, whatever it was from. What, you want me to take you serious, do you? You come in fancy fucking dress and you want me to wear a fucking shirt and tie? Come on, mate. Honestly.
Yeah, well, that is true. You have got a point, to be fair. And Clive's got a very good point there. Do you know what I mean? On a reality is they need to focus on, you know, the living conditions and the cost of living, don't they? You know, rather than worry about what people.
The reason why there's so much pollution in fucking London is because they have every fucking cunt in traffic light on red.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you see me? You can't drive in London, mate. 15-minute cities in London means you're not getting out of your road because you can only do about 200 yards in 15 minutes in London.
Watching you yesterday, I mean, that was enough to make you fall asleep with all that stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. It's a nightmare. I mean, what is it? Well, like you said, every couple of hundred yards is a red light. And no one wants to let anyone go.
No, well, it's a nightmare.
You can always
sure they're
count on
paying
Dave,
people just to drive about. They're paying people just to drive around. They must be. They've got to be.
Well,
I've seen people go up and come back the other way. They go, oh, I'll have another go at this.
This is quite. I'm sure it's Danny. Let me just find the comment. 1 second. I'm not sure.
Listen, it's not road rage. Listen, road rage is when you get out and start screaming at people and smashing their doors in and all that sort of stuff and dragging people out of cars. That's road rage. Fucking moaning and groaning about wankers who couldn't ride a bicycle if they're on their own. They shouldn't be on the fucking road. It's as simple as that. And they're causing half the fucking problems. We need to have a free month once a year where we can ram these fuckers. You know what I mean? So they don't come on the roads. We can put a nice big RSJ on the front of the car. You know, fucking destruction derby once a month. Every Sunday I'd go for.
Who's Audrey, John? Sorry, John just put no Audrey. I'm not sure who Audrey is.
Audrey.
I don't know.
McKenna.
Who's Audrey McKenna?
Okay.
Or is it Audrey McKenna Matt? Is that the name?
Ah, so we debate. No, we just talk, love. You can have a debate if you want. What do you want to debate about? Matt, stick the link up. Audrey wants a debate. We might have an over here. Come and debate with us, Audrey. Matt, stick the link. If you click the link, Audrey, you can come in here and debate away. Any topic you like.
Hang on, then, because I'm not set up for this tonight.
He's not set up for this. But yeah, we normally stick the link up 2 or 3 times. New viewer. Yeah, I know it is. Audrey. No, we're just chewing over the fact of what's going on in the country, Audrey.
Yeah, we sit and debate.
Right, come and debate, mate. We've got 10 minutes left. See that?
Coming to debate. Link? Come on then. That link brings you into StreamYard. You'll come in the back office or the green room. When you get there, I'll kick you back out.
Yeah, help yourself to nibbles and champagne. It's all there waiting for you. Table to the side. There's a box of Kleenex. You'll need them, definitely. And you're more than welcome, Audrey. We love a debate, especially when there's lots of people in here. It's a fucking mass debate then. Anyway, moving on swiftly. Right, so the unis must go ahead, that isn't it?
Yeah, we'll get rid of that. Yeah, let's have a look at this.
Then. Well,
have a look at this. This is good business, Mike.
Here's the one about the hundreds of millions of pounds in UK aid returns to the Treasury and VAT on asylum hotel bills. So there's this. We've got a foreign aid budget. The UK is pretty generous with our foreign aid. So we give £13 billion a year in foreign aid. Unfortunately, none of it seems to go anywhere overseas. It's all gets spent on hotels for the people coming across the channel. And so then the government pockets a nice little chunk of it in the form of VAT. So that's actually made me feel a lot better about this whole farrago with cross-channel migrants and the cost to the taxpayer of the hotel bills. We're getting a dividend on that.
What hotels are they staying in? The Shard?
Man, basically, yeah. Basically, because there's not enough spaces, so they've got to put them up, and it's not like they can pick and choose. It's not like everywhere's like a travel lodge for £29 a night. They just got to take whatever's available. So sometimes it's like proper stately homes, hundreds of pounds a night. And and even the TikTok adverts that the people traffickers put out to encourage people to use their services to cross the channel. They say like, look at these amazing hotels you're going to be staying in, and the British taxpayer's going to be paying for it.
I think Wetherspoons needs to open up a hotel and get some of these people in there, because this is ridiculous. How much? I heard millions are getting spent.
Oh man, yeah, it's crazy. Like, I think it's $6 million a day.
UK government.
Fault of the government, isn't it? The government, by not processing the backlog fast enough, then means loads of people need to be in a hotel, which then means they.
Doing anything about it. They're basically helping the people traffickers bring people across the channel, and we're talking thousands, tens of thousands every year. I think it was 45,000 last year, and so I mean that's a huge cost to the taxpayer, but it's also hugely dangerous for them. We see people dying, drowning in the channel, and also in the Mediterranean when they're setting off in the journey.
I'm so confused. Ever since Brexit, there seems to be more foreigners coming into the countries.
I'm just waiting. Matt's just sorted out this the frozen bit of content. Don't worry. Don't go anywhere. There you go. He's done it. Simple as that. He's very quick as our Matt. Should pay the Navy and send them back. Yeah, that shouldn't they, Deb? Definitely, without a shadow of a doubt. I'll vote for that one. Well, they should do a blag on the barge, shouldn't they? Really, they should fill that barge right up, and then just. My internet is slow. There's nothing I can do about it, Clive. Clive, try pedalling faster. If that works.
Or contact someone from the other side, Clive, and ask them to have a word.
Yeah.
Speed it up.
Yeah. The thing,
use your magic. Come on.
You won't remember this either. Clive still gets that little dial-up sound when he goes online. The old dial-up he's got. You won't remember it.
I do remember it.
Gets that little that little fun. You remember that back in the day? He still gets that.
I do.
Clockwork internet.
We used to get onto dial-up That's it. We used to get onto dial-up and have our 5 minutes on the massive computer as it was, and then my mum would ring me nan, and the internet would go off. So we had to wait for them to stop chatting. Then
ideally stop them coming off the beach.
move forward just slightly.
Stop them coming off the beach is the ideal scenario. I mean, we did give the French God knows how many million. That's done nothing so far. Barge will be on fire in 6 months. You're joking?
Yeah.
They'll be giving them some investors at Dover. Don't worry about that.
7 days.
7 days, yeah.
Yeah.
7
that
days.
Work. Dave, did you see that?
Probably. Go on.
Link I sent you yesterday about another.
Go on. Spit it out, son.
I said, did you see that link I sent you about another hotel on fire in Brighton?
Yeah, I did. I saw the link. I don't know nothing about the hotel. The Marina Hotel or something.
No, I wasn't sure if you had heard any more about it.
Yeah, no, not heard nothing, mate. They're too busy down here chasing teenagers robbing shops at the moment. He's on.
Well, that's more important, of course, isn't it?
Of course it is, mate.
Do you know what I mean?
Crime of the century. It's got to be dealt with.
My internet's gone really slow. That's why.
I know it has. I know. You've gone on to clivenet.com. We'll wait for him. He'll catch up with me. There you go. It's like canned laughter. When I do the jokes now, it'll be like canned laughter. It comes in afterwards. We'll wait. There you go. Almost. Anyway, luckily
it's not so funny, then, is it?
No, it's funny that it's so delayed. The laugh, a little bit like when. Funny enough, we've got a fella. Well, them, I think. Susie, you've heard of him? Used to be called Eddie. That one.
Susie, who's Susie?
Well, Eddie Izzard. The Labour loony. That one.
Tell me more.
I don't know. Eddie Izzard. Eddie.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Sorry, don't be fucking sorry.
Yes, I do.
Eddie Izzard. He's no longer.
Izzard, yes.
Yeah, it's not Eddie no more. It's Susie. But funny enough,
is the name Susie? Is it?
Susie now, yeah, Susie Izzard, and but funny enough, all his advertising is for Eddie because no one's got a fucking clue who Susie is apart from Susie, obviously. When Eddie
is.
Yeah, when Susie looks in the mirror,
so
all she sees is Eddie. Even he's confused now. So his management have said, "Listen, we've got to stop this fucking cockromblery."
Fucking yeah. Even
no fuckers buying tickets for. Not many people find Eddie Izzard funny now, and they find Susie even fucking less funny. So you're buying tickets for Eddie, and you're going to see.
Well,
Susie.
mate, it's so. Fucking what a result! Get in there. This is where it's all going, people. This is what we got to look forward to.
Chipson at 96. He was frightened they were going to fucking rename him. Fucking, I don't know, Teresa. I'll never sell another fucking record. He probably thought. Left his heart in San Francisco. Fucking hell, mate. I bet he wish he left his fucking brain there as well. Poor fella.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Tasha.
Even Terry's cast his chips.
Well, there you
go.
He? Anyway,
the old ex-Chelsea player. He's gone.
Chelsea. I think.
Alagaya. He's cashed
my
his chips up today. Alagaya.
Yeah,
another BBC News radio.
Gone, yeah.
It'll all come out in the papers. Watch. It wasn't Hugh. It was Alagaya, and he's gone. Bring Hugh back. Hugh, you can come back.
Yeah.
We found out it was a bloody. He's fucking gone as well. We can't do anything about it. But you're safe, Hugh. Now you're all right. Come on, son. News at 10.
I see. I put a post up this morning.
Trevor Francis.
I put a post up this morning asking what had happened to Hugh. He's gone all. He's gone all, not Sinclair.
He's fallen in a river.
Nicola Bully on us, Hugh.
It's fallen in a river.
Yeah. We've just got to wait 21 days. We've just got... we'll let you all know in 21 days that he was in the river.
Yeah, he's probably on a 28-day section.
Definitely.
Well,
anyway, Dave,
when he comes out,
now.
we'll get him on. We'll get him on. I know it is. That's why I'm keeping you going. When he comes out, we'll get him on and we'll get him to explain himself. We'll say, listen, Steve Borelli wouldn't do it. He wouldn't come and explain himself. But Hugh, is it Edwards? Is it? Is it Edwards? Is it Hugh Edwards? I don't want to fucking name a cyclist.
Edwards,
or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hugh Edwards, named after a potato. Fancy being named after a fucking potato. You know what I mean? Anyway,
well, he's
listen,
a Welshman, isn't he? So come on.
Well, there you go. What shall we name him? He's Welsh. Name him after a fucking English potato. Anyway, listen, I love you all, even those who don't love me.
Dave, please shut up.
I know. Be lucky. Roll the credits, Matt. You're done.
Good night, all.
We were good, we were gold, kind of dream that can't be sold. We were right till we weren't, built a home and watched it burn. I didn't want to leave, I didn't want to lie, started to cry, but then remembered I can buy myself flowers. Some flowers.